Things ain't looking so good for condos in Miami-Dade, guys, and that's what we're talking about in this video. So if that's what you're interested in, keep it locked because you're going to want to check this data. Jake Fletcher here with the Fletcher Group at eXp Realty, your Miami real estate agent, and I gotta say, guys, sales are down, okay? Inventory is up, okay? Prices are starting to go down. It's wild. It's insanity. What is this? Mad Max? Are we entering into the apocalypse? Well, we're going to talk about it in this video. Probably not. But every day of my life, I'm at the gym, I'm at the Trader Joe's, I'm in the middle of the street. People come up to me and they ask me, Jake, what's happening in the Miami-Dade condo and townhome market for the normal non-luxury market, which represents $1 million and below between January 2019 and October 23. And to those people, I say, well, listen, we got good news and we got mixed news, but we're going to get into that, okay? But again, we're talking about condos and townhomes in this video in Miami-Dade County, okay? So if you're looking for Broward, go on out somewhere else, okay? We're talking about Miami-Dade in this video, and again, it's the normal market, which is 90% of the sales are $1 million or less, okay? So that represents the non-luxury market. I'll be doing a luxury video. If you're interested in luxury townhomes, condos, single-family homes, definitely make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell. So, like I said, good news, mixed news, we're going to talk about it all. First and foremost, let's look at this little griggity graph right here, which is inventory, okay? So number of active condo listings, that's our blue line there, it's a little blue buddy, has increased for 4 months in a row, okay? And now is up to 6,010 listings in October, up 318 units or 5.6% month over month. So pretty big increase month over month for condos and townhomes there. And it's actually up 10.5% since the low point in June, somewhere back over here. And that's 5,441 listings back there compared to the 6,010 that we have now. And we haven't even been in the 6,000s for, since December of 2021, which was over here. So we've spent all that time sub 6,000 units of condo and townhome inventory in Miami-Dade. So hooray, at least in terms of the normal non-luxury market. Now, new listings just saw a big jump of 115 new listings month over month, which doesn't look that big, but, compared to some of these other months, significant. So went from 1,793 to 1,908 for a 6.4% increase of new listings, okay? September to October, you saw, this little increase here, right? But September to August, we saw a decrease, right? And then from July to August, we saw an increase, right? So half of the, the last 4 months, 2 of the last 4 months, we've actually seen an increase in new listings, okay? So that's somewhat encouraging. By the way, for anyone who is curious, if we do look at all of the same metrics here at all price points, meaning we, take out the, $1 million or less, and we just look at every single price point, including luxury condos and townhomes, then we can see that our inventory would be up at 8,221 right here. But that would also be the first time that we're up in the 8s since that same December of 2021 over here. And we see pretty similar trends in the new listings and inventory, for that matter. So regardless of price, I wanted to give you guys a full picture in case anyone is interested in that, okay? But, moving back here, this is, the non-luxury range. This is the graph that we're talking about here, okay? So here is where things start to get a little iffy, guys, all right? So days on market, as you can see, that's our blue line there. Days on market have been, kind of meandering and stagnating its way from August 2022 over here, sort of meandering its way up from this low point in August of 2022 of 47 days, and then now it's up up by 26 days to 73 days on market. So we went from 47 days on market over here to 73 days on market this past October. That's a 55.3% increase in days that a condo or townhome is on the market before it goes under contract. However, the average average of the last 3 months of days on market, okay, is 72 days versus the prior 3 months, okay? So we're talking about, October, September, and August, the average days on market was 72, okay? However, July, June, May, the average would be 74, okay? And if you do the last 4 months, then it would be 73 days, and the 4 months prior to that would be 75 days. Why am I bringing this up? What's the point of saying this? Nobody measures anything like that. Why are you saying this, Jake? Well, the point is to illustrate that the past few months or so, the average, days on market is actually lower than the preceding few months, okay? So that means that the market is moving a little bit quicker, okay? AKA there's more demand in the market, okay? So we see that by that blue line there. We see that it's, sort of overall, it's sort of trending downwards, meaning that the market's getting quicker, okay? Now, close price to original price ratio, what the heck is it? Basically, all it means is what is the percentage difference between what a property was listed for originally compared to what it actually ended up selling for. So if it was listed for $100,000 and it sold for $95,000, then it sold for 95% close price to original price ratio, okay? Now, close price to original price ratio in October came in at 97.1%, which was up from 96.9% month over month, okay? So, tiny little bump up there, but hey, everything matters to a certain extent, right? So year over year, it's actually down from 97.4%. But overall, things have been heating up since January in the close price to original price ratio department, as you can see, which means that sellers are actually getting closer to what they're asking for properties, okay? So, that means that there's less, quote unquote, deals happening, and sellers are basically, like I said, they're getting pretty close to what they're asking for, which also could be a representative of sellers sort of coming back to reality with their prices. There's a higher percentage of sellers that are listing realistically. Well, those more realistically listed houses are probably going to sell closer to their list price if they're realistically priced. Realistic list price. There's a rhyme in there somewhere. But, before we saw like a lower close price to original price ratio because the market was in flux. It was changing. People were like, what the heck's the value of my home? I don't know. I think it's what Zillow says it is, much to their demise. So, we started to see the market kind of balancing out and sellers being like, oh, maybe my house isn't worth $7.9 million. Maybe it's actually worth, $600,000, right? I'm being hyperbolic, but you guys get the point. People being more realistic can cause the ultimate sale price to be closer to what their more realistic list price was. You guys get it, okay? Now, next graph that I want to show you here is the one that everybody loves to see, which is median sale prices going down. The crowd goes wild. So median sale price came in at $385,000 for October. Again, that's for the non-luxury market, the normal market, 90% of the sales. $385,000. That's down $5,000 month over month, and down $10,000 since July, okay? So back here in July, it was up at $395,000, okay? And that's a 2.5% reduction in median sale price, okay? So take that to the bank. 2.5% reduction in median sale price for condos in Miami-Dade, condos and townhomes since July, okay? However, we are up 5.8% year over year, okay? And overall, the trend is obviously very clearly up, okay? Single family homes went up like 7.4% year over year. So 5.8 in condos. We can see single family homes had greater appreciation over the last year than condos did, but 5.8% appreciation year over year is no slouch, okay? And again, the trend is clearly up. Buying real estate in Miami apparently is a good idea, okay? So buy the data. Not my opinion, that's the data, you know what I'm saying? The facts don't care about your feelings, right? Now, number of sales, that's our orange line there. Excuse the color combination, University of Florida there. It should be University of Miami, but we'll let it slide. Now, number of sales came in at 1,004. That's down 23 transactions month over month, and it's down 135 transactions year over year, okay? So, Big difference. It's a big difference there. So number of sales coming up next year came in at 1,004. Okay, that's our little orange line here. That's down 23 transactions month over month. Not a crazy amount, but it is down. And it's also down 135 transactions year over year, which would be this little part of this line right here. So again, nothing crazy, but like low supply basically is helping to keep prices overall going up. We are starting to see, as we've seen inventory starting to increase recently, we are seeing in the back half of this year that, hey, prices are having a reaction to that increase in inventory. However, we need to see way more inventory than what we have been seeing to see a bigger, more substantial decrease in median sales price than what we're seeing right here. This could just be, a blip on the radar like this over here before something like this happens, right? So, we don't know. It depends what happens in the spring market, okay? That is a very, very, very important thing to keep your eye on, and a very good reason to subscribe and ring the notification bell, because I'll be keeping my eye on this for you, so you don't have to. All you have to do is watch the videos. You can listen to them on 2X. I don't care. But we're going to be keeping our eye on what happens in the spring market, because if we start to see, okay, hey, inventory is increasing in the winter, in the holidays, in a time when inventory usually decreases, and we're actually seeing an increase in inventory. And then if the spring market comes when people normally, when we normally see more people list their homes, we normally see an increase in inventory. Well, if we're already seeing an increase in inventory, and then we see an even bigger inventory increase, we could be all of a sudden sitting on a proverbial mountain of inventory with very little sales, right? Sales are like in the freaking gutter. Like what's below the gutter? The sewer drains? Like it's down there, right? So if sales keep staying low because of high interest rates, and we start to see inventory pile up, we could definitely see a more precipitous drop in median sale price. Now, this is all notwithstanding a big catalyst that's coming to the Miami-Dade condo market very soon in the next year, which is Senate Bill 4D, which requires condominiums to have sufficient structural reserves in their budgets. Now, a little secret between me and you, most of these condos don't have sufficient structural reserves. So that's going to lead to, most likely, in my opinion, a big influx of inventory of condominiums and townhomes, anything that's 3 stories or above in Miami-Dade in about a year and change, okay? So stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a video on that as well. Hey, another great reason to subscribe and hit the notification bell. There you go, all right? And as if you needed more reasons, right? But I say all this to say, guys, that we could be staring down the inevitable future of a big increase in inventory, not just in Miami-Dade, but across the country, okay? Now, Florida is the only state doing that Senate Bill 4D thing, but we could see the spring market bring even more inventory than what we've already been seeing nationally, and we could just see a huge glut of inventory coming into the market. Not super likely, because we're still like something short of like 6 million units of inventory, but we could get back to like maybe more of a normal market, quicker than some people might imagine in the next year or so, and then be in a situation where, we start to see either prices stagnate for a long time, or they actually could precipitously go down for a while. So it remains to be seen, guys, but we will literally be following it every step of the way. So, make sure you subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Unless you don't want to know what's going on. Now, what I wanted to show you guys, this is if we looked at median sale price and days on market, but for all price points, okay? So meaning we include everything that's above $1 million, as well as everything below $1 million and at $1 million, which is an extra 9,000 transactions that occurred in that luxury market, which, by the way, I'll be doing a luxury market update. Will be coming out later on. So if you're interested in luxury real estate in Miami-Dade, definitely make sure you subscribe. Again, I feel like I've said that subscribe like 1,000 times in this video. But anyways, the median sale price, as you can see here, that's that blue line. If we did it for all price points, it actually would have come in at 407,990, okay? Compared to what we did have of our median sale price, in the non-luxury range of 385. Okay, so that's a difference of $22,990 more than the median sale price of the normal non-luxury market. Okay, so also this little July peak right here would be $420,000. So a difference of about $12,000 less, or 2.9% decrease. So a little bit bigger of a decrease than the 2.5% decrease during the same time for the non-luxury range only. So you can definitely see that luxury range is affecting the appearance of price drops more than the regular market, so to speak, okay? So this is why we compartmentalize things. We break it down in a way where context matters, okay? Because the luxury market, the high-end market in Miami is a totally different market than the market that the rest of the world is living in, okay? People who are buying 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, $20 million properties they have different concerns, different financial obligations, they're in a whole different world than the majority of people. Okay, so that's why we put a little context to it. All right, so days on market for this same situation here would actually have been 87, so a difference of 14 days there as well. Luxury market, of course, moving slower than the normal market. Last thing I want to show you guys here, graph-wise, is months of inventory. Months of inventory is just how long would it take to sell the existing inventory if no new properties came on the market, which actually would be six months of inventory. So same as last month, even though it looks like an increase there, and it is an increase, it's not enough to round up to 7, okay? But it is up 1 month from August and July, okay? So August and July, we were right there at 5 and 6, at 5 rather, and then 6, we just hit 6 in September. So September and October have been 6. Will we see 7 in November? I don't know. Hit subscribe, ring the notification bell, find out. So, guys, this is the data that I wanted to share with you guys regarding the normal condo market. And, it's a very, very precarious time because we have a lot of stuff happening, obviously, in the world, but also in our own economy here in the United States. Consumer debt is mounting. They just resumed student loan payments for most people. All kinds of stuff is going on financially where, high interest rates, right? Like a high interest rate environment, when the Fed creates high interest rates for bank-to-bank lending, it makes it harder for small businesses to hire people. It might make it more likely that small businesses have to fire people. And then if we start to see large enough amount of people getting fired across the country, and we start to see unemployment rising in certain areas, then that, coupled with the increase of inventory, coupled with the spring market onslaught of inventory, if it is, coupled with if interest rates decline, we could be in a situation where we start to see a big influx of inventory coming on the market as people are losing their jobs or no longer able to afford their monthly payments, things of that sort, which obviously sucks, and it's not what I want to see people go through, but it's a reality. People are going into more and more debt. Credit card debt is on the rise. Mortgage debt is on the rise. People are using buy now, pay later services more and more. So, there's a greater sort of macroscopic picture, economically speaking, that is pointing towards, hey, next year could be a good buying opportunity for anybody who's been sort of sitting on the sidelines hoping and waiting for the market to crash. I don't think it's going to crash, but you could be in an environment where interest rates go down and you have a lot of homes to choose from, okay, which would hopefully decrease demand, further giving buyers negotiation power. I'm all for it, okay? I'm all for it. So that's what I think, guys. Those are my opinions, and that's the data from the MLS, right? But I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments. Let me know if there's any neighborhoods of Miami or areas around Miami that you want me to do an update for specifically, and I'd love to help you guys out with that. But, that's about it. If you would like the professional assistance of an expert real estate agent, all my contact info is in the description down below. Really appreciate you guys. Jake Fletcher here with the Fletcher Group at eXp Realty, your Miami real estate agent, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.